Welcome to KBRFradio.com's Where to Eat, presented by Vergus 66, a convenience store with a whole lot more. I'm Dave Bishop. Join Zakk Daniels and myself on this episode as we head just north of Pelican Rapids to Parallel 46. We'll sample some specialty drinks, steak, pasta, and even the desserts as we find out what makes Parallel 46 one of the culinary gems in the Lakes area on this episode of Where to Eat.
KBRFradio.com. Hello and welcome to another episode of Where to Eat. Today we're right off of County Highway 5, about a mile down the road from Pelican Lake, at a beautiful establishment called Parallel 46. Today we're going to check out a little bit of fine dining experience, so let's go inside and see what it's all about.
Where to Eat with KBRFradio.com, brought to you by Vergus 66.
Hi, Zakk Daniels here. In this episode of Where to Eat, we're at Parallel 46, about a mile away from Pelican Lake, down the road from Cormorant. And I'm talking with the owner of Parallel 46, Sam. Sam, tell us about your restaurant. How long have you guys been Parallel 46?
So we've been Parallel 46 for about 3 years now. It used to be formerly known as Cormorant Inn. I took over 3 years ago, made it more into a restaurant-focused area, and kind of throwing culinary talent and what food can be.
What are some of your signature dishes here?
So we specialize in seafood and steak. We have a lot of great cuts of beef. Everything's hand cut. We do a fair amount of dry age, from a wet age, and then one of our most popular dishes is chicken piccata.
Chicken piccata. What is that?
It's a grilled chicken breast on a bed of angel hair noodles with a caper and lemon sauce on the top.
Nice. Do you have any upcoming events going on, or do you guys do reservations, things like that?
Yes. Well, we've started taking reservations. They're highly recommended, but you can walk in. We do a lot of wine pairings and cocktail pairings. We also have an event center that can be rented out. We have a party room that can back to be rented out. Right now, the exciting thing around here is more of the renovation that's going on.
Yeah, let's talk about that. What do you guys got going on in the kitchen?
So we're building a brand new state-of-the-art kitchen. All the new brand new toys and whistles and all that kind of stuff. And so we're going from about 600-foot kitchen to 1,400 square foot kitchen.
That's an impressive change.
Yes. It's massive. It's been a long time coming. Been working on it for about 2.5 years now.
Wow, so it's got to be.
Now it's coming to fruition.
Sam, what can you tell me about the name Parallel 46?
So the name comes from, we are close to the 46 lateral line, longitude, latitude. But I've always, growing up, lived across the country on the 46 lateral line. I went to high school out in Seattle, Washington. I've lived in Montana. Always grew up in Fargo. And then kind of settled here. So all my influence for menu and what I'm doing, it comes from growing up experience.
Along the 46th parallel.
Yeah.
That's kind of a unique story behind that.
Right, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, very fun.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Sam.
Absolutely.
And I'm excited to check out the food.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Excited to have you guys here.
I'm joined by Dave here behind the bar, and Dave, let's talk a little bit about what Parallel 46 has going on behind us. One of the things that Sam mentioned is that Parallel 46 is definitely known for their wine list and their wine pairings. Let's talk about the expansion of your guys' wine
Yeah,
selection.
absolutely. So lately, kind of since I started here, we had a little bit smaller of a selection of wines and stuff like that. So I kind of been working to, work some different wines in from different regions, especially, California, things like that. And then also from other places all around the world, like France, Italy, stuff like that, some really popular ones. Just with the main goal of having, a nice approachable list for people where they can choose something, if they just want something kind of middle range, or they can also go something higher end if they want to do that as well.
Now, do you find yourself selling more whites or reds?
It kind of depends on the season. I feel like summertime is definitely white wine season. People like their Sauvignon Blancs, their Pinot Grigios, they're nice, they're refreshing. For people to drink, but now kind of fall time, people like to get into those Cabernets and some of those, heavier red wines that make you feel a little more cozy and warm inside. So
Now, how often do you guys do the wine pairings? Do you guys have special events that you guys do?
Yeah, so we like to do wine pairings. We've also been kind of dabbling in cocktail pairings as well. But wine pairings we try to do, at least one or two, kind of in the fall and winter time. So it's a way to kind of get people in, have some fun events, for people to come and do something special and get out of the house when it's cold outside. But yeah, we try to feature wines from kind of all over and keep like a theme to it. So like for example, our last one we did, I kind of decided to choose kind of cool climate wines since we're rolling into fall and do stuff like that, and kind of make it fun and approachable so people can try new things and have fun doing it too. So
Now we talked about wines. Let's move over to the cocktail portion. Does Parallel 46 have like a signature cocktail? Cocktail that you guys kind of claim as your own. That's the one people come here for.
Yep, and I think Sam kind of touched on it earlier with the latitude and longitude thing, but I do have a cocktail on there. It's a nice rye whiskey cocktail that actually features a nice local rye from far north, so that one's called Rocknar. I really recommend their spirits. But I got that one. It's kind of like a twist on a Manhattan where I use some dry vermouth, bitters, and maraschino liqueur. So if you're a whiskey drinker, I definitely recommend trying that out. And I also kind of been working on one we have as our drink feature right now. It's a Far North Sour, and that one also features some nice Minnesota spirits. So it's kind of something I like to try to do and incorporate the local stuff, because we got good stuff around here too. So.
Sounds good. Now, when you're done with work and you're going to kick back and relax, what is Dave like?
Well, as I kind of mentioned, it's getting into that cold fall season, so I've kind of been shifting into bourbon. One of the drinks I actually came up with for our latest cocktail pairing has kind of been my go-to. But it's got some whiskey. It's the Harry Man bourbon from Proof. We work a lot with them, and Joel over there is so great. But it's basically that one. I do a little maple syrup in there and then some tiki bitters. So it's kind of a nice maple syrup and cinnamon, almost kind of old-fashioned for the winter time and for the cozy times, I guess. So it's a pretty nice one.
So let's talk about the cocktail menu itself. Has that been expanding as well?
It sure has. Yeah, it's one thing I have a lot of pride in since starting here. Kind of designed the cocktail menu, picked out the books, and we got all sorts of fun stuff to try in there, from vodka to gin to bourbon. And then one exciting thing I've been kind of working with lately is egg white drinks, which is kind of an interesting thing. People are like, a little scared by it, but once they try it, it's a nice kind of way to incorporate some creaminess and texture into a cocktail. So I've been having a lot of fun with that.
Now, what are some of those? Because when you think egg white, you think the only one I can come up with is eggnog.
Right.
What else is there?
So it's kind of like egg white sours is the popular thing. So you do some egg white, some lemon juice, and then you can kind of flavor it with whatever you want. I got the one feature right now is kind of some grapefruit and sour, and then another really popular one that I'm putting on the new menu is a raspberry sorbet martini. Okay. So that one's got some raspberries, some lemon juice, and it tastes just like sorbet. So people have been loving that one a lot too. We got a bunch of different dessert cocktails that we're going to be featuring as well coming up for the winter season, and it's going to be a lot of fun to try some of those too. So.
Well, sounds good. Thanks, Dave.
Absolutely.
This episode of Where to Eat is presented by Verga 66, a convenience store with a whole lot more.
All right, guys, so this first cocktail we're going to be cracking into is my Far North Sour. So I've been featuring this one. It's kind of got some of those local spirits I mentioned. So for this one, I kind of like, you kind of have to balance some of those citrus flavors that go in there. And kind of as I mentioned, this egg white part kind of freaks some people out a little bit sometimes, but it's a fun way to, kind of spice up a drink and give it a really nice, good texture to it. So that's kind of why I have fun, kind of utilizing those different ingredients. And then we feature this Solvig gin, which is a local one. So they're from Hallock, Minnesota. I just really enjoy kind of the local spirits, give them, kind of the respect that they deserve, because they have a lot of talent in what they do as well. So we added a little lemon juice in here, some grapefruit, and then a little bit of rosemary simple syrup to get a little sweetness to kind of counter that acidity. And then the thing with egg white drinks is you want to give it a nice dry shake, because that kind of allows those egg whites to foam up really nice for you and get that nice texture that we're looking for. Of course, you can't have a warm drink, so we're going to add a little bit of ice and chill that down before we serve it. And on the pour, you can kind of see that nice creaminess and that foam that starts to develop on the top. And then to have a little fun with it, I like to do a little kind of rose petal garnish to give it some color. And throw a little lemon twist on there to top it off. This one is I call it the Latitude 46. A little kind of twist on a Manhattan, which is kind of a common one that a lot of people have heard of. So what we're going to use is some dry vermouth. And we'll use some of this Rocknar rye whiskey to kind of feature some of those local distillers. Of course, can't have a whiskey drink without the good old Angostura bitters. And last but not least, we'll throw in some maraschino liqueur to sweeten it up a little bit. Again, a nice good shake to get those ingredients all mixed together. Just pour the whole shaker in. Throw a little black cherry on there to garnish it. And that's our Latitude 46. All right, and the last one I'll kind of be showcasing today. So this one has been a popular one. It's kind of been a favorite for a lot of our patrons that come in. It's a nice approachable one. So I like to use, it's this fun liqueur, it's called the Creme de Mure, so it's got some nice blackberry flavor to it. So do a little bit of that. Some Kettle One vodka, which is my personal go-to. And after that, we're going to throw in a little bit of basil simple syrup to kind of get some of that sweetness going. And last but not least, a little bit of lime juice. And again, a good hard shake. Pour that shaker in. I like to top it with a little soda to give it some of that nice effervescence and lightness that people seem to love. A couple straws and a lime to top it all off. And that's the Blackberry Basil Bramble, one of our favorites here at Parallel 46.
So I'm talking with the manager, Ramsey, about upcoming events, different specials, things you've got going on. Tell us about what's the future of Parallel 46?
Yeah.
What are the events you've got going on in the future here?
All the fun stuff we've got going on. So every week, the bar also has features, but they like Top Shelf Tuesday, we have Wine and Steak Wednesdays are a big hit, and then Thirsty Thursdays, $2 off menu cocktails. So all those amazing cocktails that you saw David make, they're cheaper on Thursdays. Always fun to come out. And then in terms of music, we have that beautiful Baby Grand piano, and we also get April Spaeth, and then David himself plays piano as well, and that happens on Wine Wednesdays. So we have really great steak specials, steak and wine on Wednesdays. And then Kyle Colby is coming out December 21st on the solstice for us, and he'll be playing some live music and enjoying himself. And then prime rib every Friday and Saturday as well. That's a huge draw. So definitely make reservations, especially if you have a group larger than 6 for sure. Tables fill up fast.
Super exciting. Now, with your specials, are these rotating menu specials, or is this sort of like a steady thing that happens every week?
Yeah, so Wine and Steak Wednesday happens every week, same with Friday and Saturday for prime rib. On Thursdays, we have all-you-can-eat fish. And then the really fun one that Sam's just pulling out now because we're getting ready for that new big kitchen that's coming. He's calling it Testing Tuesdays. So he's going to be testing out new ideas for his new menu, and that will rotate through, but it'll be always something different on Tuesday nights to come in and try.
Exciting.
Yeah, and then I just wanted to mention too, we also have an event center. So right now, it's a little colder months. We will be having some, like Fire Fridays. We'll have bonfires and fun things, little things in the winter to have fun out there. But in the summer, we're going to have live music out there every other weekend, and it's also open for private events. We had a bunch of big birthday parties and then a wedding reception in there as well, so that's available.
Well, I'm looking forward to checking out the menu and giving this stuff a try.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Zakk, we're at Parallel 46. We've made our orders, and let's talk a little bit about what you ordered.
Well, we got an appetizer, the duck wontons. So I went with the prime cut New York strip with 2 scallops on the side, and I think for sides I gave it to the chefs to decide whether it's potato, mashed potatoes, baked potato, and then I think their special for their vegetable was broccoli. So
Yep,
looking
steamed
forward
broccoli.
to that. Dave, what did you order?
I ordered the chicken piccata. It's grilled, lightly breaded chicken breast with that house-made garlic lemon caper sauce served over angel hair pasta. I love angel hair pasta. When I heard Sam talking about that, I'm like, you know what? I think that's what I'm going to go with, and that's what I did.
Excellent, excellent.
And it was a toss-up because I also was looking at that smokehouse Cajun pasta. That's the smoked chicken, country-style sausage, bacon, sautéed peppers, and a special Cajun Alfredo sauce. So that looked very interesting. So it was a tough choice, but I did go with one of my favorites with that chicken piccata.
Yeah, and it looks like there's all sorts of different things on the menu whether you're a fan of seafood or beef, and I think they've got some burgers. And I think Sam mentioned that they're going to be revising the burgers list and all sorts of things, sandwiches, baskets, and desserts.
A lot of desserts.
Looking forward to that. We might have to try the desserts here. Looks like they got a couple different kinds, like a warm butter toffee, and then I think they even mentioned there was an Oreo cheesecake.
Nice. And Zakk, we're going to try some of the drinks that Dave made for us earlier today. I'm going to try the blackberry basil bramble. That looked very interesting when we went. And Zakk, looks like you're going to try that Latitude 46. We also have that rosemary bourbon sour. We'll see who's lucky enough to try that one coming up as well. So we're going to try the blackberry basil bramble to start off with. It reminds me of, it's kind of a weird callback to the 1980s. It's kind of a flavored water, but the blackberry one was my favorite.
Okay.
And it hasn't been around in like 30 years, but it kind of reminds me of that.
A little bit of a throwback taste.
A little bit of throwback, because as Dave mentioned, he put a little tonic water in there to top it off and kind of give it that little effervescence of the fizz.
All right, I'm going to give the Latitude 46 a taste. It's kind of a new take on an old classic.
Yeah, Dave said that's kind of like his version of the old fashioned, kind of freshening it up and just kind of doing a little reviving.
Yeah, it's got kind of a bright taste to it. Ooh, is this
Duck
the
wontons.
duck wontons?
Yes.
That looks amazing.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
All right, now I'm going to give the Far North Sour, which is their featured drink today, a try. It looks like it has like an egg white foam. This one, I was pretty interested when he was making it. That's got some unique taste. It almost has like a peppery tone to it. That must be some of this
Rose petal.
foliage they got on here. That's different. That's unique. I think I like that better than the Latitude 46.
Really?
Yeah, it's really earthy. It's got a peppery, foamy. I like the foam too. That's really nice. Looks like we've got something else coming through.
Yeah, some new appetizers. This is our feature. Sam said that we should bring one out for you.
Okay.
That is the bacon and goat cheese croquettes.
Nice.
Enjoy.
Croquettes.
Yes.
I've never had anything of this.
And Zakk, we're going to give these croquettes here the first shot. This is something new on their menu. That's good.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. Hard to talk with that. That's really good. Rich.
Yeah, you almost have to finish it before you can talk. But yeah, it does have that very rich tartness that you expect from goat cheese.
That's nice, and the breading is really crispy. All right, I'm gonna give the duck wonton a try. It's got a nice deep fried color to it.
Initial thoughts?
It's good. It's got like a creamy, cheesy, salty goodness to it. I don't know if that's very descriptive, but very tender, very soft. Good flavor. Again, another rich flavor. You can see it looks like they got little bits of duck in there. Very good.
These are the pub style breadsticks, and then served with our queso cheese.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. All right, Dave. I'm excited to try this. I have always been a fan of the pub pretzel.
The pub pretzel is
Yes.
well loved. But obviously, the pub pretzel is a pub pretzel. The main thing is their cheese dipping, or the cheese that comes with it.
Yes.
That's where they set themselves apart.
You can already tell just from the smell alone.
Well, that's a good sauce.
Yeah. That's killer. I always like that rock salt pretzel, but that cheese sauce is bomb.
Cheese sauce is really good. Really excellent.
Oh, it looks like we got our soup and salad.
Yes. Southwest steak and potato. It does have a little bit of a kick. Heads up.
Oh, that looks
And
great.
then the salad for you.
Let's try. This is the Selfless steak and potato. Ooh, look at that. Jeez, that's meaty.
I'm interested in trying the homemade blue cheese dressing. I'll try that before I mix it in with the French. I like blue cheese and French is kind of my salad deal. But love blue cheese. So let's give that one a shot. The blue cheese dressing, the house blue cheese dressing.
Yeah.
Definitely very smooth, very. I mean, a lot of times with blue cheese, it can overwhelm you a little bit.
Sure.
This one just kind of, it's very understated and just very
Balanced.
Very balanced.
Here we are.
Oh, snap.
The grilled chicken piccata.
Nice.
Anywhere.
That looks great.
That looks really good.
And for you, the prime grade New York strip with 2 scallops added on, the hash browns, and a loaded baked potato. The chefs in the back couldn't decide what their favorite was, so you got 2.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell everybody in the back, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everything's been great. Chicken piccata over angel hair pasta. The caper
Oh, that's perfect.
sauce, yeah.
It's so juicy. Oh, yeah.
Really good. You can tell the sauce very light. The capers really add to it. Obviously, the chicken cooked to perfection. I highly recommend it. And the reason why, when we were talking to Sam, he said this is one of the favorites of the restaurant is the chicken piccata. The sauce is very light. The capers really add that little floury notes to it. And obviously, the chicken's grilled to perfection. Very, very excellent.
Let's check it out. Oh, wow, look at that. Juicy sweet. Oh, that's fork tender. You probably could cut that with the fork. Perfect. Perfectly cooked.
Obviously, very thick.
Oh, that's that boy thick. Yeah, that's great. Look at that. Try this scallop here. Spot on. All right, Dave, we've got
Oreo cheesecake.
You've got Oreo cheesecake, and this is a butter toffee dessert.
Coffee cake kind of thing.
Yeah, with a cold brew ice cream.
Yep.
Yeah, no words needed. I'm just gonna dig right in. Oh man,
That's good.
that's amazing. That's perfect after all this. After all the appetizers and dinners, you gotta try their dessert. And this is actually on their weekly special.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Something cold, light. Oh,
I like how it's plated.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Gotta finish the cherries.
Finish the ice cream. I was not. Well, Sam, we're wrapping up here. Really appreciate you having us out here.
Absolutely.
If there's anything else you'd like to add,
I just want to say we have a great team here. We're always expanding. I got great chefs in the back. We're always pushing forward. And yeah, for anyone that comes out, come give us a try.
it's worth every bit. I had the New York strip and scallops, sort of a surf and turf. And I got to tell you, uncut beef, man, you can't go wrong. It's an amazing cut.
Yeah, it's
very
on
tender,
another level.
perfectly
Yeah, it's great.
cooked. Your chefs, they really know what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's got that great Maillard, that crisp crust. You
Yep.
cut into it. It's perfectly tender, not overcooked, not underdone.
Appreciate you guys coming out.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And Zakk, we're finishing up here at Parallel 46. Not only do they come out with some great drinks, my food, my chicken piccata was awesome. Absolutely love chicken. Absolutely love angel hair pasta. The sauce with the capers, very light, very tasty. Obviously came with garlic bread. I highly recommend it. Just scrumptious. No other way to describe it. Just really, really good. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
They really treated us.
If you've got a spot you want to see us eat at, well, leave it in the comments, either on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. Always go to KBRFradio.com for all the episodes of Where to Eat.
Yeah, and that being said, keep your bellies rumbling. Stay tuned for more, and we'll show you where to eat.
There we go.
Searching out culinary gems in the Lakes area? Dave Bishop and Zakk Daniels show you where to eat on KBRFradio.com.